Cardinal tried to go in. Cardinal is in front of the net. Score! LeBeau! Behind the play, Keane and McRae were high sticking. Now Keane goes after McRae. McRae gave him a shot back. And the linesman got in there rather quickly before they could start anything. I think they both go off.
Todd Ewan got in before the linesman did. The Nordiques hitman Kimble is out there as well.
Less than a minute to play in the period. Nordiques trying to tie it now on this power play. Here's a good chance for Sakic. No, he rolled it to the side of the net. In front, they score! Stastny got the goal. He went for the net and tied it for the Nordiques. McPhee trying to go in there, and he is stopped. Lemieux's shot hit the side of the net. He picks it up again. Lemieux out front to McPhee. Scores! Sakic played a Porche. Scores!
So another look at Joe Sakic with the little fake shot and the excellent pass. 2-2 the score.
Richer scoops the puck away for Walter. Back to Richer. His shot, not a hard one. It went off the stick of Lecision. Walter keeps it in. Gives it to Richer. He's cutting right in on the net. Scores! Whoa, what a move! Canadiens Richer on the puck, left it there in the center ice area. McKechnie on it. Richer intercepted a breakaway. Richer coming in alone. He scores! The Canadiens hold Lemieux up to center. Now he's over the line with it, firing a shot. He scores! The Canadiens are afire. Along the boards, it gets into the Montreal zone. Chelios is back there with Ludwig. Scott started. Martinson. There's a fire for Montreal. It's Kimble. How that happened, your guess is as good as mine. It was in behind the play, nowhere near the play.
And yet probably, considering the background and the records of these two, predictable that something like this might take place during the course of this hockey game.
So the first part, this chapter, it was great.
Another fight.
And another stretch has started in this hockey game.
Well, it's Todd Ewan, and the Nordique involved in this is young Brent Severin, a second-year pro who comes out of the University of Alberta and played there for the Golden Bears. So Golden Bear fans looking in at Edmonton and elsewhere are seeing Brent. It's only the second time he's been on the ice tonight. And he's in tough against one of the league's tough guys.
Better hang on now, then, for dear life.
And now the linesmen jump in. So, Scotty, the Canadiens have these two hitmen recently added to their team, Scott Ewan and Steve Martinson. And they are both in the penalty box, where they spend a lot of time with majors. And you wonder what this is all about in a 5-2 game.
Gonna take a while. Wall will cover up in this one and hang on to it. Tempers flare a little bit. Remember now, this is Quebec and Montreal, and you know what the history is with these two, although the Canadiens are way up there and the Nordiques are way down there in the standings.
Barzal trying to goad Richer here into something, and he might be succeeding. I don't know why Richer would want to get involved in something like this when he's enjoying the kind of a night he is, but now he's going to be gone. He's in the fight. Richer. We got Richer and Loisel. And I don't think Scotty Pat Burns is too thrilled at seeing Stéphane Richer involved in this sort of a thing right now. He gets the pin, however.
Boy, he sure showed, Dick, that he wanted a part of him. And in fact, I think it was last Saturday he also got involved in one of the Buffalo Sabres.
So Stéphane's had quite a night. A couple of quick goals, some near misses for the hat trick. And now he gets in a fight. He'll be gone for a while. Skoglund and Gillis have been hanging on to each other since all of this began, and they still are.
You know, with so many inexperienced defensemen, I think the trades, Dick, fellas like Rochefort and Moeller and David Shaw to Rangers, they didn't hurt.
Another scrap.
Keane in the fray.
Yeah.
Again, in behind the play. right at the Quebec blue line is where they started to swing. The third fight in this period. Oh, make it the fourth fight in this period. What does a hockey player wear under his sweater? Now there's a close-up look for you, folks, by Keane. Ooh. He's throwing it pretty good. Keeps swinging that right hand, and Keane keeps ducking.
He was 0 for 4 with those.
That's the last flurry, you're right.
Man, is that tiring. Oh, Dick.
Well, that whole line now, Scotty, Keane, Martinson, and Ewan, they're 3 for 3 in the major penalty. And I think we got a little bit of byplay here between Burns and Bergeron. Or Burns and somebody.
Well, there was a statement made, Dick. You might be helping us on this one. After the game in Quebec City, I think they said they would make sure you have your players ready to battle in the next game. But Burns is just upset that this has been allowed to go on, he feels, and no instigator.
Burns is really giving it to the referee, I guess, or is it the linesman?
Koharski is now telling Carbonell, who's the alternate captain on the ice, he'd better go over and talk to Pat Burns, and you can see Burns is really upset.
I have not seen Pat Burns this upset this season, and I've been at every Canadiens game but 2. Holy smokes. This team's leading 5-2, Bob.
Well, this was always the lament in other years when the competition was much closer, Dick, that things of this nature would start. We'll see it maybe if we can watch it right here.
See, that's what he's upset about, the slash. He's thinking that McRae should have gotten an extra penalty, and the fight started after the initial contact was with McRae's stick on Keane.
Pat Burns was pointing back at center ice, and you're right, that's exactly where the slash occurred. 18 seconds left, and the Canadiens up by 3 goals. And Lemieux will just dump it across the line to McPhee. He backs up a bit. And Lume, with 5 seconds left in the period, rolled it off the boards. Swoboda is bumped by Gillis. We're at the 0 mark, and the siren goes, and you know what that might bring about. And here's center, Kimble, and Lemieux. Nobody looking at them. They're ready to go. Kimble without the stick. Lemieux just taunting him with a few words. The gloves are still on. Everybody else is gathered over near the Quebec bench, and these two are alone. There's a push.
Here comes Koharski.
Now the gloves go down quietly, and here we go. Well, there they go. Right hands flying. A lot of talking, and finally they're in it. Well, if nothing else, they've settled everybody else down, Dick. They're just paired off quietly all over the place.
They got rid of Swoboda. He was convoyed to the bench. That one built up, as you mentioned, Bob, for about 20, 30 seconds before they started to swing.
It'll be interesting if there's an instigator penalty on this one.
Well, referee Koharski was right there as well. He saw it, how it started, and, you know, Lemieux was talking. He hadn't dropped his stick, and finally, before you knew it, you know, he sort of was forced into it. I don't think Lemieux would want to fight with a Kimble. I mean, you know, he's a heavyweight. Lemieux's not the type of player. He's been an instigator, but he hasn't been a real battler, although he's been in more fights maybe this year, Dick.
Here's how it started. Gillis and Swoboda were in the first main bout in what was, I believe, the 5th fight of this period. So call this one number 5, and then the Lemieux-Kimble get-together, number 6. Now, here's the Gillis-Swoboda confrontation that started the whole thing, and away they went. And as this was going on, Messrs. Lemieux and Kimble were drifting away from the pack, arguing, posing, and finally fighting, but they're gone for the night. So there you see the very crowded penalty box, and the third period's underway.
Push one in for Jackson. That's intercepted. Finn is moving up on the play into the corner. Lost and ran into the boards. And it's the Canadiens trail them away. Swoboda takes it in with Skrudland trailing. Swoboda to Skrudland. Back to Swoboda. Scores! Good play by Swoboda. Keane moving up. T goes in, bumping with Keane. The two players slide into the board. They're up and down again. Finn for Quebec. Sakic comes out as far as center. Got to center. Nordiques bring it in again. Stastny to Sakic. Sakic is covered. That was nailed by Carbonell.
Well, I don't think they can take a shot from the side when they've got Swoboda right dead center.
Walter tried to pass it in. Cardinal upended. The T. Here's Richer. He gets a puck. Oh, the backhander is stopped. Richer again. He scores! Got it. The crowd will stand now because they love him. Richer, a great effort, no question.
35 goals now for Richer. He's had a tremendous second half.
And that's the first hat trick by a Canadian player this season.
The final, Montreal 7, Quebec 2. Stay tuned for more on Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
Best division in the world is the Adams, except for Quebec. I got it figured out for them, all right? They've got Sakic, right? Owen Nolan next year.
Perhaps.
They will. That's who they're going to take. And then they're going to end up last. I'd work at it last year and get the best player in the last 10 years as far as I can, is Eric Lindros, and he'll be perfect in there. And I'll tell you, they wouldn't have a
Would
bad
you trade a draft and go for players with all the youth they have?
I don't know what I'd do, but I would work on Lindros next year. He's a franchise player. That's the guy I'd work on right now. I was sitting with Kimble in there. He's got ice on his hand, and they all know about him, and they got to work at it next year. Are you asking me, should they lose next year? Yes.
Like Pittsburgh did when they got married?
Absolutely.
No, you can't say
yes,
that.
Pittsburgh lost on purpose. New Jersey was stupid. I like Muller, don't get me wrong, I love him. But it didn't.
Careful.
Yeah, that's all right, though. They worked at getting Lemieux.